Yo, what's up? We are now in Folldal, and over here it's minus 24 degrees Celsius. My nose here is freezing. But I'm here with the Volkswagen ID3. This is the 58 kilowatt-stunden variant, and this is a plus version. So the purpose of this video is to do a camping test, just like I've done with the other cars, to see in cold, really extreme, well, not extreme, but in cold temperatures, how does it deal with it? Because Volkswagen, they claim that the heat pump in here is efficient all the way to minus 30 degrees. So minus 24 is pretty good enough. Okay, let's get inside. Oh, I put the, wow, it's getting frozen. Let's get inside. But an interesting thing I found out is that the car seems to incorrectly report temperature. You see, it says 22, but when I drove here it was 24, and then as we use the heat pump or something, it seems to to drop. So I believe that the real temperature is actually minus 24, and I saw the same thing when I drove to Folldal. Right before I charged, it was saying minus 19, and then suddenly during the charging session, it was like minus 18 or whatever. So we just have to blindly believe that it is minus 24. Now, the small mistake I did was that I forgot to bring the temp sensor, the thermometer from home with the external meter. So that's a bummer, but okay. So we have been charging now. I came here with about 70%, and I've been charging for about half an hour here. So the reason why I do that is because the car is heating up the battery during the charging session, and hopefully the ID3 also has some smart heat scavenging where it takes the leftover heat from the battery to help heat up the cabin. So, but I think we are good to go now. I have to go over to the camping spot, and then we start measuring stuff. All right, we start counting at 5:30, and you see, it's minus 23 here. We just started driving a little bit, and then the temperature dropped. So I didn't drive too far to get here, just 2 kilometers or something. So let me see. I have to activate the car. Yeah, I have to keep it active. So we started 90%. All right, and then we can also look here that right now the car is pulling. It's kind of funny. It says 3.7 kilowatt hour per hour, but you just do some algebra here and it becomes well, actually right now 4 kilowatt. Oh, it's rising. Really? Okay, but I need to put on the window shade because you see, okay, that one fell off. I have some insulation here on the windows. I have to put, especially on the main big screen here, to reduce the heat loss. Okay, we managed to insulate the windows quite well. So remember that this is perfect fit for Model 3, and there is simply no perfect fit for ID3, but I managed to find a way to fit them. This one is supposed to be in the rear window in the Model 3, and it seems to fit the front window better. And then on the rear here, we see the one that goes in the front, and then I put the acoustic foam there just to add extra insulation. We use everything we can. Here also, that one is supposed to be for the panorama roof, and I just folded it double so we get extra insulation in the rear. And we're gonna wait a little bit and see, by the way. I get the impression that the trunk here in the ID3 is way better heat insulated than Model 3. So we have to wait until things start freezing down, and then I will measure with the thermal camera. And then the front windscreen is the same. So yeah, and you see right now, the car is pulling 2.3 kilowatt for maintaining heat. I actually had to lower the temperature to 19 degrees because it was simply too hot in here. Seems like the car has been tuned so that if it's pretty cold outside, it will try to blow enough air, but the car doesn't know that we have these window shades that helps big time. So yeah, 2.2 kilowatt now. So we have to see, but in the Model 3 camping at actually very similar conditions, but at the exact same spot, the Model 3 pull only 900 watts in the beginning when the battery was nice and warm. And the battery is nice and warm now, but the Model 3 scavenged heat from the battery That's why it was able to pull so little power. For the first hour it did only 900 watts, and then eventually it had to go slowly up. And in the morning the Model 3 also pulled about 2.4 kilowatts. This one seems to not scavenge heat from the battery. If it did, it would be less than 1 kilowatt. So we will see then. Let me see, we should be at 89% now. Yeah, we're at 89%. So the plan is to camp for 3 hours to get a good enough measurement, but I will not sleep in the car. So we have a free fridge outside. I put my Coke outside. Let me see. Oh yeah. Okay, let me just close this one. Very important to close the windows. I mean, to insulate the windows. But I will open and close it a little bit. So it's quite cold now. But you know, I want to keep it cold inside here. So the trick is to take these ID3 socks. I guess we can just do it like this. Because you want to insulate the bottle. So just put it, thread it on like this, like a condom. Yeah, like, okay. You see it? And then just for extra insulation, you can use the other sock also. These socks are they used? Oh, good shit. Okay, there. So just put it in there. Put it in there. It's kind of hard to. There. See, this is life hack right there. So now we have the ID3 sock on the bottle, and now it stays cold longer. Ideally, you want to use. Oh, what? Ideally, you want to use sheep wool, but this is good enough. I think I got a little sock juice also in the soda, but that's fine. Oh, I put it back there. Okay, but time for some snack. So I prepared this one, solbærtoddy. I have it in the cup now. Stirring it. What are those weird? Wait, hey. What are those weird sounds? It's pulling 2.8 kilowatt. What? I have to lower the temperature. It's getting too hot in here. I set it to 18 degrees Celsius now. It's nice and warm in here. Ooh. Okay, and then let me put this back there in the cup holder. And then I also still have some Volkswagen candy. See, lots of them. Volkswagen, they've been giving me candy. Yeah, so I will give good review of this car, and I won't say anything negative about it. That's how it works. Give me candy, and then you get good review. Nice. And then Circle K buns. No, this thing keeps popping out. I have buns and Circle K. This one is also Circle K. Yeah, this live stream, I mean this video was sponsored by Circle K. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, let's watch some StarCraft too.
11 years ago. Did no name switch to 2? I have no idea. I wasn't really familiar with him. I just remember playing him on ladder.
Oh, what the heck was that? I've been watching games here, and suddenly the power went up to 8 kilowatt, and I heard the heat pump spin up. What? How to say that the power draw here is quite high, and I even have 18 degrees. Well, 18 degrees feels nice and comfy for me, so not too crazy low or not too crazy high. So let's pay attention to this one. It's been over an hour now. Let me see. After 1 hour and 10 minutes, we are down to 85%. All right, let's keep going then. I'm still not done watching the video here. All right, it was at 8 kilowatt for actually quite a while, maybe 5-10 minutes. It felt like forever, but now it dropped to 3 kilowatt again. Okay, that's good. And I'm also recording a time lapse outside, and I have a timer here. So after half an hour, a little bit over half an hour, then I have to go outside and pick it up. So yeah, remarkably, the camera can operate at minus 20, at least minus 22 without shutting down. So that's good, but I still have to watch the video. I'm still not done here yet. Yeah, for you guys who wonder, this is a FLIR camera. It attaches to a smartphone. It's called FLIR 1. This is an old one with a USB micro. But anyway, let's check it out. So it makes sense in the front here. See, 25 degrees. In the footwell, it should be nice and warm. 29 degrees. Okay, what about this side? Yeah, you see, the socks are not, okay, 30 degrees here. Yeah, okay. So that I noticed that only this air vent is blowing nice and hot air around 40, actually, yeah, you see 45 degrees Celsius. This side doesn't blow any. What, did I shut it off? Wait, which one is on? Which one is off here? I don't remember. But anyway, this one here, this air vent is blowing hot air. That's good. Oh, this thing keeps. Okay, I have to say the suction cup kind of sucks. I don't know why. There, okay. And let's check here for any leakage. Well, okay, as expected. Yeah, cold over there, but nice and warm in this area. And I noticed that this side, okay, you see, the place where I put the heat shield, or I mean, it's actually a sunshade, it helps big time. But on the door side here, you see that actually in the door pocket here, it's kind of cold. Wait, does that apply to this side also? Well, I have some crap in here. Yeah, same there. Okay, but then what about the back? So if you want to look at the back now, let's see through the thermal camera. Yeah, over here I have some insulating stuff. I can show you better. The acoustic foam. So let's see now. What about in the trunk area? That's the interesting part. Oh, that one is cold. Whoa, really? Okay, I was wrong then, because I claimed that it was very well insulated. I guess we just had to wait for the car to cool up. But here you see, it actually keeps this area nice and warm. And of course, also here the mattress helps insulate. So I actually haven't been sleeping back here. I've been slacking in the front. But let's check out the back. Oh yeah, when I put my feet here, I feel like the trunk is cold. So okay, maybe most cars, they don't really insulate the trunk. You can see the difference here. It's about 10, actually less, 5 degrees Celsius only. And my feet are nice and warm. Actually, when you see stuff like this, it actually means that the clothes are not insulating that well. Well, actually, if we went outside for a bit, if I wear a jacket, you shouldn't see too much heat escaping my body. So, well, interesting. What? It's doing that thing again. You see, 8 kilowatt again. What is the car doing? Wait a minute. Okay. If the car pulls 8 kilowatt and we don't get that heat into the cabin, it means that it goes to the battery heater. Yeah, that's the only explanation. It pulls an additional 5 kilowatt for the battery heater to keep it warm enough, I guess. Unfortunately, I don't have any insight in what's going on in the BMS, in the CAN bus here, but that's the only explanation I have right now. And this is probably the reason why the consumption overall is quite high. How many percent are we down to now? 76%, wow. Yeah, and you see right after now, it dropped to 3 kilowatt again. So it has these 8 kilowatt bursts. Like, I don't know how many times I actually missed it because I was out checking the camera or I was just reading my phone here. So All right, we've been camping here for 3 hours now. It's minus 23. Well, it goes up and down. It was minus 24 just 5 minutes ago. But so we have 72%. So we spent 18% during 3 hours. So that equals to 3.4 kilowatt on average. And that actually corresponds with this one. It goes up and down. You see, it hovers around 3.3 kilowatt. And then we had those weird 8 kilowatt bursts a couple of times, but I haven't seen it lately. So, but there's also one, I'm not sure though, if this one, 72%, if the battery cooled down, if the real state of charge is higher than 72 or not, but at least this one is an indication of how much we are spending right now. So, is it 3.4 or is it 3.2 kilowatts? Not sure. Just like I saw, so the temperature here kind of fluctuates a little bit. So that was actually a bit surprising because I expected the ID3 to be as efficient as the e-Niro and also the Model 3, but for some reason we spend more energy heating up the cabin, and it is more or less the same temperature in here. The only difference is, okay, Model 3, I had that IKEA dice, whatever, you know, and the sheepskin in the very front, in the very rear side of the trunk. But really, it's that far in the back there that I don't believe that one there caused 1 kilowatt lower heat loss. No, it's so far back there that there's actually some air between here that is trapped and then it insulates also. So the back there might be losing, let's say, 200 watts. That's my guess, my gut feeling. But also, yeah, okay, the windows here, they are not 100% tight. So there is a little bit of leakage here, but again, most of it is covered. So again, I don't believe that is the explanation, the 1 kilowatt difference. Because also the e-Niro also didn't have perfect fit on all the windows. I just tried to fit it in there somehow. So and also, how much does these windows covers really help then? Well, actually, we could do a little experiment here before we end. I'm just waiting for the time lapse to finish, but we can try to remove all the window covers and then see how much the car tries to pull, and also I can get an idea of how cold it suddenly feels like. So then, yeah, let's look at this. As we speak now, temperature goes up again. I mean down. Yeah, it's minus. I think it's minus 24 is what we can expect it to be, or maybe even minus 26. So I think I shouldn't end the video here. I should at least try to drive to the fast charger and see what temperature it reports. So, but I think we are done with the test so far. It seems to be 3.4 kilowatt. Oh, I was gonna exit and get the camera outside, and then I see that the power suddenly crawl up again. This seems to happen about once per hour. Like I mentioned before, you know, it's probably just, well, actually, the car is heating up the battery. Just like the Model 3. The Model 3 also did this. I don't remember how many kilowatt. I think the Model 3 was pulling about 5-6 kilowatt, a little burst, and then it slowed down again. So let's see now. So it happened around 42-ish. Let's see how long it lasts before it goes into the resting state again. Oh, it's gone. It was on for actually about 15 minutes, and I looked over here to check, and I was busy packing everything because you have to also head back home tonight. But about 15 minutes it ran, and you see we're down to 69%. And if we do the math now, if it matters, then the average after 3 hours and 3.3 hours roughly is then 3.5 kilowatt. So that burst did bump up the average a little bit. But okay, let me check now. So right now we have removed all the window shades. You see? All of them. We also folded the seat, everything. We are getting ready to go back home. The test is more or less over. And we are still pulling 3.5 kilowatts, really. But the thing is that eventually it will feel cold from the windows. Oh, I forgot these ones. Oh. The triangle windows. Yeah, also one over there. But it shouldn't be that much different. See? Huh. Okay, but anyway, so if it just heated up the battery now, then we should go to the fast charger and see how many kilowatt we're getting. It's just 2 kilometers from here, or minus 24 now. Okay, we're back at Joker now, and oh man, just missed it. It was 25 in the display, and now it turned to 24.5. But let's plug it in and see what happens. Oh yeah, I'm on air conditioning. Dankeschön. Wow, look at that. 117 kilometers per hour. I think that equals to about 40 kilowatt. That is actually very impressive with 67%, and the fact that we've been camping outside in minus 25 for 3 hours, actually 3.5 now. So it seems like the battery's been kept warm. Just wonder how warm it is. Maybe 17 degrees, the same temperature as it preheats it to. That could be it. But yeah, so a little bit disappointing because the ID3 actually performed worse than the Kona and e-Niro and Model 3. They were averaging around 2 kilowatt in the same conditions. Model 3 same place even. So, and also the window shade didn't seem to help that much. Actually, it shouldn't explain the 1 kilowatt difference. So I think the only explanation is that this car, for some reason, tried to keep the battery slightly warmer than the other one. e-Niro allowed it to drop to, was it minus 3 degrees? And then, and then the Model 3 kept it at around 5, I think it was 5 to 10 degrees roughly, something like that. And this one could be higher, but we don't know unless we tap into the BMS, into the canvas, and I don't have that tool yet. Or it could also be that the heat pump in the ID3 is not as efficient as the 2 other ones. So I actually don't know why. So yeah, I don't know what else to test though. It's a very long drive here. I spend all day just driving here, and then I have to do a couple of extra tests before I go home. So yeah, I think it'll be it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.